Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Recipe Box. Today we're going to be making smoked chicken Alfredo pizza. The whole recipe is mentioned in the description box. This recipe is enough to make 2 small pizzas and 1 medium pizza. Let's get started. To make the dough, you're going to take a tall glass and you're going to add lukewarm water to it. After that, you're going to add dry yeast. Make sure it's not expired or it's not going to work. And then some sugar. Just give this a gentle mix and keep it aside, preferably in the dark and covered as well for 5 minutes. In another bowl, take some all-purpose flour. You call it white flour as well, and maida. And then you're going to add vegetable oil. You can also use olive oil. In goes some salt, followed by dried oregano. You're going to beat these 2 eggs and you're going to gradually add them to your dry mixture. Keep on stirring it with your fork and gradually add them. And now take out your glass and you can see that the yeast has been activated and it has risen well. Add this to your mixture. Don't use your hands right now as it's too wet. First use a fork, or if you have a kneading machine, dough maker, so you can use that. However is convenient to you. When it's combined, you're going to start kneading it using your hands. And you're going to press down, pick it up and then press down too. It's going to be super sticky and it's going to stick onto your knuckles as it did to mine. So now you're going to sprinkle some flour on it. After that, you're going to take another bowl and get some oil, brush it onto the sides and keep your dough inside it. You can see that I have kneaded my dough for 5 minutes and it turned into this ball, and keep it inside, brush it on top and then cover it with cling film or plastic wrap. Keep it in dark for about 2 hours. To make the white mushroom sauce, you're going to be needing a pan. On medium flame, add in butter, and when it's sizzling but it's not burning, like it's hot but it's not too hot, just add in your garlic, all of it. You can use chopped or paste, anything. I like chopped, it has better flavor. And then when it just combined, just remove half of it. We're going to be making the smoked chicken and we're going to be using this. For now, to make the sauce, this is enough. Keep that aside. I did not record adding chicken cube and salt, but you can add that. That's a must. Then add in your mushrooms, sliced mushrooms, and give it a good mix. After a minute or 2, add in your flour and keep on stirring continuously. You don't want the flour to burn. Keep your flame low now. Add in milk slowly and keep on stirring it because you don't want to have any lumps in your white sauce. Within about 30 seconds, the mixture is going to become very thick. like this. It's going to be quite thick. So now what we're going to do is that to thin it out, we're going to add in a little bit of water. Make sure it's hot water. Don't use cold water. Mix it and cook it for about 30 to 40 seconds. And then once it's bubbling but it's in a good consistency like this one, you can then remove it. To make the smoked chicken, you're going to be needing that same butter and garlic mixture that you removed from the first sauce in the beginning. And you're going to make sure that your flame is high. Add your cubes of chicken. Make sure your chicken isn't in too big cubes. Chicken does shrink, but you have to make sure that you have cut them in the right size, about 1/2 inch cube. Add in salt, red chili powder, and crushed red chillies. Don't worry, your chicken is not going to be spicy. It's just going to have a nice infused flavor. And sorry, I dropped a cube. Add green chilies and make sure your flame is high, and then add a little bit of water just so that the chicken doesn't burn from the bottom. Once the chicken is cooked, turn off the flame and dish it out. This is very important as you need to still give it a cold smoke. It's not completely ready. So now we're going to take a nice little chunk of coal, ignite it. When it's hot, add in a few drops of oil and cover it. Your smoked chicken is ready. Now to assemble the pizza, you're going to take your 9-inch pan, which is I call the medium pan, and you're going to brush it lightly with oil. And then you're going to take out your dough, and after 2 hours you can see how well the dough has risen. You're going to remove the sheet and then see how soft it is. It's very soft and easily came off from the sides of the bowl because we had brushed it with oil. Just cut out a small ball out of it, roll it like a ball. Make sure your working space is clean. Sprinkle on some flour onto it and then roll it out. You have to make sure that you roll it out quite thinly because we don't want a very thick base for the pizza. It just diffuses the flavors. So we need to roll this out. Even 1/2 inch is, I feel it's thick. So make sure it's quite thin because it's going to rise. Now gently hold this and place it into your pan and press the sides of the pan so that you can make room for your filling and the filling does not seep out. This is going to be the crust of the pizza. So make sure it's even. Prick the pizza base with a fork. And then as you have some cheddar cheese, grate it and add it to the base. And after that, you're going to get some sun-dried tomato oil from the jar and sprinkle or pour it just a little bit, a few drops throughout the base. After that, you're going to take your white sauce, add in a little bit of milk to thin it out because it's going to cook in the oven and it's going to get super thick. So we need to make a thin sauce here. Just add milk and it's going to thin out. Add it to the base of the pizza and the mushrooms as well. Sprinkle with oregano and then you're going to add your smoked chicken onto it. After the smoked chicken goes in, you can adjust as much or as less you want, depends on you. Then you're going to get some chunky cut onions. This gives a really good flavor to the pizza, and you're going to sprinkle them on top. Now comes the best part. Get mozzarella cheese. It gives stickiness to the pizza, and add it generously, as much as you want, but not too much, of course. Just make sure that you cover the top with mozzarella cheese and you leave no place uncheesed. Now this is optional, of course, if you like it. I really like sun-dried tomatoes, and they give a really good flavor to the pizza. They go really well with cheese. And then you can add basil, fresh basil leaves if you like. They're going to change their color in the oven, but I've added them for the flavor. Just a little bit can go a long way. And that's it. Now it's time to bake. Bake them for about 15 to 20 minutes depending on the heat of your oven. And here you go. They're ready. Like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.